Hello everyone, welcome to the Volvo EX90 launch. My name is Felipe Yagi, I'm the head of marketing communications for Volvo Cars South Africa. It's a pleasure to have you here, thanks for coming. This is a very important event for us. It's not only the launch of this beautiful car here, but also it's a milestone for us in South Africa. Today is, or this week actually, is the official week of the restart for Volvo in South Africa. It's a start or restart of a journey of growth, profitability and identification for the next 5 years. This is the biggest launch that we ever had. So this is the third day essentially of events that we are doing. We had an event on Tuesday, yesterday and also today. We had over 300 people visiting this venue over those 2 days. So for us it's a very proud moment. We are very happy for having you guys here. We have a very busy agenda, so we'll keep it short. So now I'm going to call our speakers. We have a short presentation for you guys about business overall, about the product. Then we do a quick briefing for the test drive. The test drive starts, and also we have some interviews scheduled with you guys that will happen while we are doing the test drives. After the test drives end, we have a very special night with a fantastic concert for you guys. I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it. And then we can wrap up the day, okay? So thank you very much once again. And I would like to call to the stage Tarcísio Treviño.
Thanks, Felipe. Hello everyone, my name is Tarcísio Treviño. I'm the Managing Director for Volvo Cars South Africa. I'm very happy to be here with you. Thanks for coming in this very important moment for Volvo Cars in South Africa. And I would like to share some figures with you before we start the product presentation. We sold last year 9.5% plus. If you see the premium segment, there was a decrease of 7.5%, so we succeeded in having an increase in the same moment that the market was decreased. This is mainly related to our EX30 that we launched last year, and sharing some figures about EV cars. The first one was EX30, and we are placed in the first and in the third position when it comes to sales. Actually, we are doing 50% of the EV segment, not only premium in this case. The whole market of EV is 50% Volvo cars. So we are placed in the first position with the X30, in the third position with the 40 cluster. I mean XC40 and C40. And being the leader give us a responsibility to push more for this strategy. And when it comes to strategy, we have the best offer in the market. So every time that a customer buys EV cars from us, they are able to have a wall box in their house, or in either in their house or in their office. They can choose. We will pay for this wall box and also for the installation. Not only this, but we have a partnership with Grid Cars, and we offer 2 years of a free charge in all those points of charging of Grid Cars. Not only Grid Cars, they are able, with the card that we have, they are able to charge other networks as well. But with this, we are promoting not only the possibility for our customers to recharge the cars in their home or in their office, but also on the roads. This is something that is very important for us because this break barriers when it comes to electrification. I always see everybody worried about where I can charge my car, so now with this offer they can have also access of all the charging stations situated in the country for them to know where they can charge their cars. Okay? So, and not only this, we are giving 3 years of data in our cars. That's very important as well for the customers to be connected. So, wall box at home, free charge on the roads, and also 3 years of data connectivity. Okay. EX30 last year was a very good car for us, a very good beginning for us. The car won many different awards. We are mentioned here 3 of them. It's important for us because EX30 was a very important milestone to the company, because this is a new car with a new kind of design, a new kind of technology that you're gonna see not only in EX30 but now in the EX90 and the following models that we're gonna launch during this year and forward. I will not anticipate more. But we are here today to talk about the EX90. I will not enter in details of the product because I will call Vusi to talk a little bit more about the product. But this car is very important for us. This is the safest Volvo ever. We are recognized as the safest brand. So you can imagine the safest car ever of the safest brand should be safe. So, but it's not only this. We have another launch during this year that it's a car that we think that fits very good with the South African lifestyle. That's the EX30 cross country. This car gonna come in some months. Not only this, but we have a facelift of 2 current models that we have, XC60 and XC90. So, and by the end of the year, I probably some of you guys have already seen the ES90 that was shown 1 month ago, more or less, for our CEO, global CEO Jim Roa. This car will have here in South Africa as well. So if you see, we are putting a lot of investments in the country. We are here to stay. Okay, so we are launching 5 new cars this year. We expect to have a small increase in terms of volume this year, but after to 2025, our expectation is to increase 1,000 cars per year until we achieve 20% of market share. That is our aim, is our goal, and what we are used to do in different markets. This is the fair share for both, 20% market share. So with this said, I would like to invite Vusi to the stage to talk a little bit more of the star of the day, that's the EX90. Thank you guys.
Hi guys. How are you? It's good to see you guys. Good to see you. So I just want to play you guys a small product video for the EX90. That is essentially the essence of EX90, the essence of Volvo, and what this product means for Volvo. So just going to play you a short video, and then we'll get to the meat and the details of the South African version, our version of the EX90.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, Mom. Yeah, we're good. No, but we've actually got something to tell you. Kids, you're gonna be around, Mom. I'm scared, Mom. I really know the nights, the responsibility, when you get a place. Oh, bless you, that's so sweet. I've got this feeling that we're gonna have a daughter, just to start as a home.
So that is the essence of the Volvo EX90. The EX90 was built, as Tarcísio has already mentioned, to be the safest Volvo ever built. Now, what does it mean for the South African market to actually have the safest Volvo ever built? Well, firstly, 4 key pillars of the EX90 actually embody what the product means for us. It's a 100% fully electric SUV. It's built on the SPA2 platform for Volvo, which means impressive technology, impressive range, as we'll talk about a bit later, and in between impressive safety features. We also have in this car an upgraded version of the Volvo Safe Space technology. One of them, which were actually on the video, being the light system as well, which we'll touch briefly on it. It's also standard in this car. And the car actually embodies the new Volvo design language, which actually debuted on the now best-selling EV in Mzansi, the EX30. Now, what does it mean for us to actually have the EX90 in the market? Firstly, let's talk about the car. So, in front of you guys, what you see here is the EX90, as you already know. The car is actually flanked by this impressive and nice closed EV grille that is instantly recognized as a Volvo. But on top of that, you actually have these nice new generation Thor's headlamps, or these Thor's signature daytime running lights. They actually work very nicely. Now, these lights have actually been upgraded from what we know on the EX30, so you guys will actually get to see and interact with them. Together with the rear tail lights, there's actually a very nice sequence as you approach the vehicle. It's upgraded from what you see today on the EX30, now on the EX90. Now, going further up on the front of the vehicle, you have a very nice spacious front where you will find your warning triangle and where you actually put your charging cable as per normal. Now, going to the side of the vehicle is actually very high. It's a very generous height of around 1.7 meters and a wheelbase of close to 210 millimeters. So it's a very high vehicle. This, again, was designed with our market, our country in mind. The car actually does have an air suspension that can be lowered to minus 20 millimeters and be raised to close to 40 millimeters, which is actually a very good thing for the South African market when you consider how our roads are. Now, EX90 being built on the SPA2 platform, what does it mean in real terms, in more practical terms? So you have a 400-volt battery architecture. So again, this is the first ever Volvo from the SPA2 platform, so 400-volt battery architecture. But what does that mean? A 111 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery that's standard in the vehicle. What does that mean? So acceleration in this car from 0 to 100 is achieved in 4.9 seconds. We are only offering the twin motor performance variant in South Africa. So we bring the best that the EX90 has to offer. But on top of that, it being a car that's built on the SPA2 platform, having a 400-volt battery architecture means that charging this vehicle in a 250 kilowatt DC charger from 10 to around 80% would take you roughly 30 minutes to actually get to 80%. And the range of this vehicle, most impressively, and it actually answers a lot of questions in South Africa with regards to range anxiety, is that this car will give you a range of around 614 kilometers on the WLTP cycle. So it goes, it really goes. Okay. Now back to the twin motors of the car. We are introducing the twin motor performance in South Africa for a few reasons. One being the air suspension that we put standard in the vehicle, which is quite important for our market, as I mentioned earlier. But on top of that, why twin motors? We know that the benefits of it is one, most importantly, a lower center of gravity. So we have twin motor on both the front and the rear arm. But on top of that, you have excellent performance at all speeds, it being a twin motor performance. Now, speaking of performance, our version of the EX90 actually has around 380 kilowatts of power and 980 Newton meters of torque, instantaneously available, it being an EV. Now, on top of that, we have one pedal driving, as you would expect from the Volvo, with regen braking and recouping the energy. So as you drive, use one pedal driving to actually brake the vehicle, some of the kinetic energy will actually be recouped and it will go directly into your battery as well. Okay. Now, towing capacity is very good on this vehicle. So the car can tow up to more than 2 tons worth of weight. Still on the South African context, because this car is very important for us, it's also worth noting that the car is hardware ready for bi-directional charging. So as we all know that we are a vehicle manufacturer that's also big on software, most and all of the features will just get better over time. So through over-the-air updates, more and more features will be added. But for us, bi-directional charging hardware is already in the vehicle, and it will just keep on getting better with some other features that keep on being added over time. Now, one slide that I like the most is to share the colors that we'll have. We have from my favorite color is the mulberry red, top left, all the way through to the vapor gray color and in between. So we have about 10 colors available for the EX90. Okay. Now, moving to the interior of the car, I think this is where we'll be spending most of the time in the car anyway. When you open the car and you get into the car, you'll actually be greeted by this beautiful 14.5-inch screen on the EX90, which controls almost all of the functions of the vehicle. It's also worth noting that our vehicles has 2 core computers, but what powers this is the NVIDIA or the Qualcomm Snapdragon chip, same as what you get on the EX30, but obviously upgraded for the EX90 with 5G capabilities. You also have TCAM as well. That's running also from the 5G chip as well. So built-in Google service is also quite important for this car in that you will always be connected. 10x10 navigation is also available, all complementary thanks to the gas automotive system or the Google automotive system that's in the car. You also have voice activated functions. You might actually drive this car without actually having to touch any button. You just use your voice because of the Google system that's on the vehicle. Then also, the interior decor is very beautiful. We have a few interior decors available today, which one of my favorites is this one, the backlit decor on the EX90. Now, let's talk about some of the interior features. It being a full SUV or a full premium 7-seater SUV, obviously wondering about the legroom at the back and so forth. I will share with you a 15, 20, 30-second video again, just to show some of the features, some of the seating configurations that you can get on the EX90. And also, importantly worth noting, these seats are actually all electronically adjustable. Okay. Now, our relationship with the Bowers & Wilkins company actually continues through to the EX90. I know Kuru will love this one. We have in the EX90 an impressive 25-speaker Bowers & Wilkins sound system that produces 1,610 watts worth of power. Yes, 1,610 watts and 25 speakers in total. So that's how far we have gone, or that's how far rather we have come with our relationship with Bowers & Wilkins and their expertise in vehicle entertainment and infotainment. Now, touching a bit more on safety, I think this is quite important for this car, it being a family SUV, and for the South African market context. We have what we have, as I mentioned earlier, the Volvo Safe Space technology. So all of the Volvo safety features and safety suite, now including LiDAR, form part of this Safe Space technology. So you have within the Volvo Safe Space technology, as I mentioned, you have LiDAR on the EX90. That's what you see there, that nice module there at the top. So that's our LiDAR module. But over and above that, we have a host of cameras within the EX90, which actually form part of the Volvo safety suite, as I mentioned before. So up to 6, 8, 10, and 12 cameras, depending on which variant. But for us, it's up to 12 cameras on the EX90 that complements the LiDAR system and the Volvo safety suite. Now, what I want to share with you next is the LiDAR system. For us, Volvo is actually the first manufacturer globally to put LiDAR as standard on all the variants. There has been some few OEMs that have had LiDAR, but they were only on few exclusive top-of-the-range variants. But with Volvo, LiDAR on the EX90 comes standard. So for us, what is LiDAR? So LiDAR uses light to actually read the road ahead. For larger objects, it can read up to 250 meters ahead of the vehicle, and then that information will actually be fed onto the vehicle, and the vehicle will be ready to respond depending on how long it takes the driver to respond to that. So large items, 250 meters. For smaller items and items that are not reflective or visible on the road, the car can actually read up to 150 meters ahead and still apply the same mechanism and either assist the driver or either take over. As you've seen in that lady with the video that I showed you, where the car actually came to a standstill, LiDAR was also in play on that scenario as well. So there's this small last video, I promise, that I want to play for you guys. It just shows what I call the eyes of the LiDAR, how the LiDAR system sees. So the LiDAR system does about 30 trillion computations per second. But what I want to show you now is just how the LiDAR system actually views the world. Okay, just a few seconds. So that's how the LiDAR system sees. So it will compute depending on the distance. It will actually tell itself or send information back to the car. How far is the object? Is the object moving? Is the object coming back? And so forth. Yeah, it even saw those guys doing whatever they were doing there. Okay, so that's the LiDAR system basically in a nutshell, and that's how it operates. It sends the information back to the driver, and then if the driver doesn't respond in time, it will kick in with the other safety suite features that are available in our Volvo safety suite. Okay, access to the car. So we have digital key enabled on the EX90. It's ready and available. But on top of that, we do have our two other accessibility methods into the vehicle. So one is digital key. The other one, you will get your normal NFC card, and the third one, you will get your key tag. What I want to share with you again is that the Volvo EX90, it being built off of the Volvo SPA2 platform, means that the Volvo will be in the Volvo Cars app environment as well. So any customer that actually has a Volvo car today does not need to download any additional apps to actually get all of these functionalities. So you do the normal onboarding process as you would in any other Volvo car, and then it will appear on your Volvo Cars app where you have all your other Volvo cars. Last but not least, my favorite part, pricing. Okay, so firstly, before I share the pricing with you guys, the EX90 for South Africa comes standard with everything. So everything that I've mentioned, from LiDAR to air suspension to my favorite color, the Mulberry Red, and everything in between is standard. You obviously do have an option to actually add or choose different interiors to suit your mood, to suit your need, like I've shared with the decors, but those will come at no cost to the customer. So those are zero cost options, but everything is standard. Price-wise, this is the price for the EX90 in South Africa, everything included, all inclusive. So yeah, that's the variant available in South Africa. The top of the range, twin performance at 2.654. And that's it from me. Thank you guys.